Hey, it's JC from KPODBFitness. I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays and a happy Thanksgiving, and we're going to get right into the workout. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is JC.
I'm Josh.
And we're KPODB Fitness. So today we've got 8 exercises for you that'll help you get your core just right. And these 8 exercises were the first group of exercises we started doing when we made our journey into calisthenics. So for that first 30 days, we did these exercises. And as we did these exercises, we progressed much further, we got much stronger, and the rest of our exercises just went straight through the roof.
So now I'm gonna be the first, demonstrate the first 4 exercises. Actually, no, the first exercise, and then cardio will be after. So we're gonna alternate all 8 exercises. So our first exercise would be, I think,
In and outs.
in and outs. Yes. So in and outs, I'll demonstrate in like 10 seconds. So see you later.
Alright, so the first exercise we have for you guys today is called the in and outs. So partner Josh, he's gonna go first. I'm gonna explain some things that should go right with your form, things you shouldn't do, and then I'll switch with him, and then he'll do the same thing for me, you know, just on his point of view when he did these exercises. So let's get started. So for the in and out, these exercises, you don't want to do the exercise too fast. So when you perform the exercise, of course, you want to make sure your hands are planted on the ground firmly. You're actually pressing away actively. You're not just resting in that position. You want to keep your core tight, and you want to actually be tight from head to toe to make sure there's no lack of muscle tension anywhere, really. So go ahead and start going. So as he does them, he wants to jump, bring his feet and knees as close up to his chest as possible, and then he'll jump back out and extend both legs at the same time. So for this, going fast is not the most important part. Making sure you're in control of the exercise at all times is how you get the most out of this exercise. So for this exercise, we usually, I think we had a timer for it, I think about 30 seconds, but he'll just probably do 5 more reps, and then we'll switch over to me. So make sure you breathe during these exercises too.
Damn, Crocs, what you put in this beat?
That was a workout right there. Not just core. So what JC was explaining, basically what I'm gonna say, but make sure you contract every muscle. While you're doing this, you don't want to slouch and have that arch in your back. But he has that good arch in the back because he's pushing the ground. It's a lot of breath because, you know, really intense workout, especially if you're doing it right. Also, you don't want to stack yourself either. Put more tension on your shoulders. You don't want that.
Just because these exercises was a part of our phase 1 journey does not mean they're ineffective no matter how far along you are in your calisthenics journey. So we'll take a short break and get on to the next exercise. Alright, so this next exercise we have for you guys is called the toe touches. So as usual, I'll have Josh go first. I'll explain a little bit about the toe touches, and then we'll swap. Let's get to it. Get out of his range. Yep, go ahead. So for the toe touches, depending on how flexible you are, is depending on how straight your legs are gonna go. He's pretty flexible, so his hamstrings got a nice stretch to him, so he can actually keep his legs decently straight. So for this, we wanna try and reach your toes, as the name suggests, but you wanna make sure you're in control of the exercise at all times. You don't wanna go too fast with this. You don't wanna go too slow, but you wanna just find that nice middle for it. And if you can see his serratus, his core, you know, the top part and lower part, they're getting a workout. They're going crazy.
So these exercises, or this exercise, is working, I think, the upper part of your core. So the upper pectoral or abdomen area. So if it was leg raises, he'll be working the bottom portion. So he's getting that good contraction. He's still engaging everything, his core, his legs. This is very a self-explanatory exercise. Anybody could do this, but to KPODB Fitness, you know, type of way, controlled. So yeah.
And with this movement, if you're not able to keep your legs really straight, you know, having a bend in them, as long as you're trying your hardest to keep them straight, or even you'll bend your knees and then you still perform the exercise, you want to reach up as high as possible. That's fine too. Anything to modify this exercise so you're actually able to perform it is just another way of, you know, progression. You know, you start at the lowest point and then you work your way up to the hardest progression. That'll be the quickest way for you to succeed. So we'll take another small break and we'll move on to the next exercise for you guys. All right. Next exercise we have for you guys are the Flutter Kicks. So we do the Flutter Kicks a different type of way. We don't normally put our hands in the small of our back or like under our butt like some people tell you to do. We just really don't like doing that necessarily. We have another way really to do the exercise, but you'll still be doing the exercise the same way. You'll just get a little more out of it. So some of you may know, may not know, but there's something called a hollow body hold. And in the hollow body hold, you pretty much suck your core into your spine. So it's kind of like someone said, like you're taking a punch to the stomach. And what that does is it kind of straightens my spine out, so I'm not having that curve in my back. So when I'm laying on the ground to do Flutter Kicks, you know, generally if you just lay straight on your back, some people, especially me, like I was never comfortable laying on my back because I always had that small in my back that was curved. It felt weird. So once I discovered the hollow body hold, it made the exercise easier. And on the ground, really when you do a hollow body hold from here, it pretty much automatically pulls me up, like just straight up. So that's what we do. We do a hollow body hold and then we'll start our Flutter Kicks. So ready? Let's go. So for the Flutter Kicks, you don't want to go like too short or shallow of a leg movement. You want to make sure they're nice, get a wide range of motion to help your lower core and also your hip flexors as well. Breathing, keeping your core tight, and making sure you're in control of the exercise will make this a whole lot more effective and quite a bit harder than just trying to hit like 100 Flutter Kicks really at a fast pace. I can already say doing something like that, oh man, it'll get you.
So what I was saying previously in toe touches, this is working the lower part of your abdomen. I don't know what this is called because I don't do my research. I don't do kinesiology. My man here does, but he probably doesn't know because he hasn't done kinesiology in a while. But it's working the lower part of your abdomen. So let's get that in mind. Some exercises aren't just fully core, it's different parts of the core. So we'll take some rest, get right back into exercise or the next exercise. Catch you later.
So the next exercise we have for you is called the mountain climbers. But these mountain climbers, sorry, there's something on the camera. These mountain climbers are superset with another exercise, and they're called the side planks. So of course, we'll get down and do the mountain climbers and hop right into the side planks for you guys so you can see it. So let's get it started.
Yep.
Go. So for mountain climbers, you don't want to have your butt like too high. You don't want to be like bouncing and everything. You want to be nice and level. And you want to bring your knee as high as possible every step. So you don't want to drag your feet either on the ground. You want to keep the distance from the ground of your toes. If you're not able to step like this, you're able to step forward and bring that leg back. But you still want to drive that knee up as hard as possible. Is that 30 seconds? All right, we'll go right to the side planks. For the side planks, you want to make sure you're stacked, so shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in line. You're not like out of whack, out of line. You don't want to have your hips too far back. You want to make sure your hips are forward, so you want to rotate forward and out. You want to make sure you're actively pressing the ground away too. You're not just resting on that arm. Keep that core tight. After the allotted time, you'll switch sides. And in the beginning, it'll be pretty tough getting that balance and then just, you know, holding yourself on that opposite arm or that weaker arm. But the more you do it, the more your body gets used to it and the stronger you become.
Ooh.
Good?
I try to be. My left side's a little weak, and you know, I gotta work on that deficiency. But you know, we're gonna take this rest and get on to the next exercise. Catch you later.
All right, so the next exercise we have for you is called the plank knee to elbow. So there's a couple ways of doing this exercise and its variations. So I'm going to do a variation and Josh is going to do a variation as well. So you can see the differences and, you know, elevate your core game. So let's do this. So I'm going to do the basic one where you do the same side, same leg.
I'm gonna do the alternate. So right leg, left elbow, left leg, right elbow. Let's get to it. And you always want to keep this foot up, the foot you're working, because even though you're gonna do it one side, you still have to keep that leg up because you're imitating. Usually we do it with bands, so it's more resistance, so we use the highest resistance, so we keep that leg out for the core activation. So I'm gonna alternate.
Just like this, so he just keeps that leg straight out.
3. 7. 8. Switch legs. And you can feel it. You can feel it in your hips too. 1, 2, 3.
And then changing how high you bring your knees will change the exercise itself.
8. Woo.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Oh yeah.
This thing, we did this for 30 days and we made it harder every day. Eventually we started adding weight, I think in phase 2, 2.5. We added some crazy weight. But we'll take a small break and we'll get to the next exercise for you guys.
So this is the second to last exercise, the star crunches. Everybody know what star crunches are. You know, Patrick Star, you know what I'm saying? But, so what you want to do with the star crunches, you want to get down to hollow body hold. As JC was talking about when we was doing the Flutter Kicks. So let's get down to it. So instead of having your legs out for the hollow body hold, you're still in the hollow body hold, but you have your legs upwards. Yeah, I wasn't getting your weight, man. That's why I was a little quiet. So have your legs upwards, so in that hole, contract everything, and we're alternating. So there's not two variations, but if you want to do, you could do one side to 5, or you could just alternate to get that even contraction, even rest. So we're gonna start it. Let's get to it. Also, when I was doing the toe touches, same thing. Control. Breathing is important, especially for this one.
So if you saw a little bit earlier, I was doing both at the same time. Just like this. You don't really want to do that because it defeats the purpose of alternating the exercise. So doing it at same leg, you'll really be trying to hit that upper core again. The purpose of alternating them is you're getting that reach around, you're getting that twisting motion. So you hit a little bit more of your obliques and a little bit more of the fuller core. And with the last exercises, I don't think we need to go for another break on this one.
No, of course not. The boat holds.
The boat hold, not the butt hold. We've been getting a lot of people that say the butt hold,
No.
the boat hold. So this exercise requires quite a bit of balance to it. So if you don't have balance, you can use your hands to balance out the exercise. So getting good at the hollow body hold, or just being a little bit more flexible and have a little bit stronger of a core will make this exercise that much easier to perform. So generally we've had people that can't keep their legs up and they'll kind of fall forward, or they can't keep their legs up so their legs fall down really. And it's just, we had to work on their core. We had to break down the exercise again for them. And once we did that, they were able to perform the boat hold. So we're gonna show you guys what the boat hold looks like, and then we'll wrap this up. Ready?
Ready?
Let's get to it. So to make this exercise a bit easier, I like to focus on one point, keep my feet together as best as possible, and keep my toes pointed, as well as my core tight. Controlling that breathing also helps as well. So I'm sitting not directly on my tailbone, but in a nice spot where my body can naturally rest. So I actually have to actively lift my shoulders off the ground and keep my legs off the ground as well. And what Josh just did was an alternate version of it. So you can tuck your knees in, and it's just another way.
That's my rest, which is crazy.
Woo!
We've been doing this for so long. It became easy, so my rest position is from right here, which people be like, what? You're still doing exercise? I mean, yes and no. If I have my legs out, I have all my legs weight contracting my abs, so when I put it up, it's like half. So it's a rest period for me. Also, I have my body up to more of a 65 to 75 degree angle, other than a 45.
Shit, I don't know. That's a 45 right there, man.
I guess I don't know my degrees. But
So you got a degree?
No, I don't. But that's our last exercise for our core workout for phase 1.
Yeah.
Send us some videos if you want to try out, you know, some boat holds or some plank knee to elbows or something
Anything.
simple as mountain climbers. But I'm Josh.
You're not JC, you bum. I'm JC.
And this is KPODB Fitness. We out.